Hello! What? It's another Tuesday here on the YouTubes, and I'm back with everyone's favorite young archaeologist slash adventurer slash Tomb Raider, Lara Croft, in some more Tomb Raider. Anyway, we are here at the Temple of the Handmaidens, another optional tomb. I like how we've had videos, consecutive videos with optional tombs, but that's just the rate of encounter that's been going on so far. I'm gonna head on up here to the left first. Looks like arrows. The game is dropping a hint here. Arrows are going to be important in this particular dungeon, so here's some for you. And unlike the flooded chamber that we saw earlier, I'm actually going to be doing this and recording all the parts that go into the puzzle right from the get-go. So let's take a look. Let's investigate what we've got going on here. We've got hanging fish, we've got craggy rock,
some kind of fishery,
and we've got rope that we can manipulate here with some arrows. So I'm guessing that we need to create some kind of pathway that we can take across in order to get to the treasure chamber, which is going to be up here, marked in red. Okay. I'm wondering if this buoy is important. It's being controlled by the flow of water. And you know what? Let's go ahead and head on over here. Oh, it's just going to circle all the way around. Huh. Okay, let's see what manipulating this guy does. Okay, it just, it moves this guy all the way across to the other platform. So we probably do not have to worry about it until we get there. And I'm guessing that this buoy knocks this thing around so that we can use this as this guy right here, this rod, as a way to get across here. So I think what we have going on here is just a simple speed puzzle. So let's go ahead and move this obstacle course, or do this obstacle course now. Come on. Okay, and then the buoy's going to knock this rod into position, right? Here. And then we've got to move this thing across. Right here. Whoa! Okay, well, how does this work? Oh, wait. Oh, okay, crap. Does the buoy knock it into position? The buoy does knock it into position. Crap. Okay. Well, let's try that one more time. For science. Right where we started. Looks like I do have to wait for that buoy to get into position and knock it on over before I continue. A little tricky there. Come on. And I have to use this rope right here to make sure that the buoy can knock the rod on over. Here we go. Oh, what? Man, okay, well, you guys definitely heard that the climbing axe came out, but for some reason, Lara didn't... she didn't latch on. Okay, well, third time's a charm, right? Come on. There we go. Hopefully this time the climbing axe will actually latch on. There we go. Okay. Hopefully this is the treasure chamber.
We must use this place to store food.
It is. And there's the zip line out of here. Let's go ahead and take the treasure. Hopefully it's a weapon upgrade part. Okay. Pretty straightforward puzzle. Awesome. So now we can head back to the base camp at the beginning of the tomb, and let's see what the upgrade to the handgun looks like. Tactical pistol. Tac pistol turns into a magnum.
I need to fix that boat. I don't know how I'm going to convince the others to take it inland rather than off this island, but I have to find a way. Reyes won't be easy. She wants to get back to her daughter, and she's in pain over Roth. We all are.
Not so much over Alex, huh?
I don't know exactly why Matthias wanted Sam in the first place, but it doesn't matter. She's back with us now. She's safe.
Okay, well, anyway, it looks like that the polished barrel is probably the best use of my my salvage right now. I only need 80 more, and it's presumably going to max out the damage that the pistol can do. And, you know, I ended up using it a lot more than I expected because of the 3-round burst ability that it does have. Going the wrong way. Cosmetically, it does look a lot more impressive than the tac pistol. It just seems to be a lot sturdier and a lot bigger. Definitely does look like a hand cannon at this point. I'm wondering, though, if, you know, any other traits change about it, like knockback or stability. But, can I just jump and latch on? Oh, I can. Okay. But, you know, we'll test that out in combat as appropriate. Super dark here. And I'm guessing the game does force you to walk through here because it's loading the next area. Little clever way of hiding that, and still, you know, making sure that you feel like you're in the middle of the action. Okay, we are now back outside, and we have to start the climb back up to the research base. That's probably what this guy is here for, this huge rope. Or maybe not, actually. We can. It looks like that we might just be able to take some line and head on over there without any incident. Is that a tank? That is a tank. Too bad it's rusted out. Whoa. Kind of a bigger drop than I expected. Oops. There we go. These brambles? Yeah, looks like those are brambles for animals to use. Awesome! Hey! You know what? Let's go ahead and upgrade our bow as well. And there's some salvage here. Sorry to bother you, Piggy. As long as you don't try to gore me, we're cool. I think I killed your brother earlier, though. Come on. Don't mind me. Okay, awesome. Let's check out what this bow looks like now. Competition bow. Looks like our compound bow is now rigged for maximum specs. Can't really think of anything else that would be appropriate on this island that would be even better than a competition bow. Unless, of course, it's magical. Explosive arrows. Are you kidding me? We're turning into Hawkeye or Green Arrow here. Oh, increasing the damage to our bows. You know, I'm kind of interested in that because lately my headshots, when doing stealth kills, have not been as reliable as they have been in the past. So let's go ahead and actually upgrade to that. Looks like I'm not going to get that polished barrel for the Magnum just yet. Look at this thing! It's a monstrosity! Anyway, looks like that has to be the final level up for this thing. Has to be. Unless it gets magical in here. Wonder if there's anything by the tank. GPS cache. Probably a good place to put any, since it is a landmark. I can't really identify what kind of tank it is. It doesn't look like it's an American tank, but I could be wrong. My concept of an American tank would be like a Sherman, for example, which I think had a much more rounded turret top than that thing right there. Also, they were green. Then again, that rust could probably be the result of years of being out in the elements. It's quite a rainy island, if you didn't already catch on to that. Can I climb up? You know, is that how this... No, okay, that's not how things work here. Ah! And use this elevator. Bring this thing down. Yeah, okay. I think that's stable enough to climb, right? Looks like that thing's not going to be rising anytime soon, so let's head on up. Looks like I can wall scramble here. Kind of weird how the rock was painted. Come on, climbing axe. A little bit slow on the draw there, my bad, guys. Come on. I have like weird timing dyslexia. Or just bad timing in general. There we go. Which isn't too much of a surprise. Man, if you haven't seen me play a rhythm game before, it's definitely, you definitely want to pop popcorn for, because it's all kinds of bad. Let's see if there's anything out here on the side. Looks like my instincts were right. You'll notice that whenever there's a piece of craggy rock, I usually go down, because instead of going up, or vice versa, because you know, all these collectibles in this game. I guess it's a good way to get gamers to explore the environment that developers have worked on a lot. Okay, looks like there's a place to tether on off here. Right there, that post. There's a strong box up there. Hey, and some arrows, and some salvage. Great. Can I pick that up? There we go. Grenades. Don't really need that. Nothing creeping around here. Let's see if I can get up to that strong box. Where was it? There it is. Around the corner. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And you know what? I think that's going to be it. So let's go ahead and use this tether post. I like how there's these in range. They look like they'd be in range, but I don't know why I'd want to pull them over. Let's go ahead and just tie off here. I'm guessing we need to go up here. Oh, we go around? Oh, I'm dead. I keep forgetting to hit square to bring the axe out again. Damn. That was just me being careless and dumb. Another useless death here on another Tuesday. Let's try that one more time. Actually, you know what? I probably should have tied off or shot the arrow to the portion of the rock that was after the jump here to the right. There we go. Probably would have saved me at least one jump. Okay, what do we got here? Looks like we've got a journal. Would be a good place to hide a GPS cache, wouldn't it? There we go. Let's go read that journal and let's continue on up.
This island is more than I could have hoped for. Of course, these islanders are absolutely insane. Those poor people from the Endurance, so tragic, but honestly, it adds to the drama. Not only is this the mythical land of Yamatai, but the shipwrecks and the modern-day cultist. It warrants at least 2 documentaries, maybe even a series. Oh, Lord, this place is going to ignite the world's imagination, and I'm going to be right in the center of it all. Such a huge relief. All my chips were on this one number. I just need to be careful now. This situation could spin out of control on a dime. Once I have this Matthias fellow's ear, I can convince him that there's much to gain in cooperating. I mean, he can't honestly believe the things he preaches to these men, right? They're just lost and confused. I'll help to bring them all back to civilization. The sponsors. Oh, the sponsors are going to line up for this exclusive. The story is huge.
You know, as we hear the revelation of Whitman's madness here, you know, he's not crazy in terms of him believing in the power of the Sun Queen, Himiko. He's just crazy in that he's trying to manipulate the situation to his own gain. I can't really blame him too much because, you know, he's been down on his luck, poor guy, for a long time. His career has been down the crapper. But obviously, that has bred an obsession with fame and fortune, as Lara noted there on the left, that is extremely unhealthy for the group. And is ultimately going to paint him as a danger, possibly, if it comes time to choose between the island and the well-being of the group. So that's something that we're going to have to keep an eye out on. And it looks like the only person in the group right now that knows that this is one of, you know, the big part of Whitman's agenda is Lara. So I'm wondering if she's going to expose him for what he really is. An extreme opportunist. It's like I'm going to have to drag this thing on over. Whoa! I'm wondering if that was me who fell off. Can I drag it any closer than that? It doesn't look like I can make that jump. But I've died worse deaths in Tomb Raider. So, decided to go for it there while I was talking. Let's pull this guy over. Oh my gosh, okay. Probably missed my opportunity to jump. Let's go ahead and wait for it to come back on the swing. You know, let's try and get it to swing a little bit more. There we go. Okay, good. And let's get off this thing. Okay, whew. Okay, doesn't look like there are any GPS caches here. Did that thing completely fall off? Oh, it looks like... Oh, that was weird. It had like a weird delay fall off. I heard the sound, saw it fall, and I dawdled and I saw it keep falling. That was a little weird. Okay, it looks like we're going to take the zip line down here. I'm wondering if it's better just to take the zip line down below rather than just trying to fall on top of it. Well, let's try it out. The reason why I was wondering is if you watch maybe a video or two ago, I had all kinds of trouble trying to get a zip line to work correctly. Looks like that was just a one-off thing, or hopefully it is. Okay, let's go ahead and take around... go around here. There's one thing that Uncharted does better with its platforming, even though there's similars. It's the fact that in Uncharted there were a lot of weird, unexpected gunfights while you were platforming. You know, there's a sequence in mine in Uncharted 2 where you're trying to get through the Nepalese city that's being occupied by Lazarevich's forces, where you're just climbing on signs. And there's a shootout that goes on while you're climbing on signs. Oh, jeez, that guy's got armor. Is that an explosive tank he's working on?
Yeah, they said some guys went in there on a salvage job and never came out.
They're fucking with you, brother. Those bozos like to make shit up. Don't believe any of them.
Looks like there's only 2 of them here. Okay, let's get rid of the guy without the helmet first. Whew. And then this guy here with the helmet's probably going to be a pain in the neck. Oh, or not. Looks like that damage upgrade is paying off. Gotta love that damage upgrade. Dropped him in one shot, just as I would have expected. Was he a riot shield guy? No, it doesn't look like it. And I guess it wasn't really a helmet. I'm looking at what he's got on right now. Looks like it's more of a balaclava kind of setup. Either way, stealth headshots working as planned. Gotta love it. Whoa, the... Oh, I can't really jump up on there. I see. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any ground there for a collectible item. Let's get up on this ledge. Gotta love how chatty these guards are. Okay. Come on. Okay, our options are either go up or to the side, maybe? Okay, the camera's panning upwards, so let's just go up. I like how when you use the climbing axe, it makes this really loud, obnoxious, like, scissoring kind of noise. I'm wondering if anyone has ever heard that. It's given Lara away. Like, swing, 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 swing! It's, like, really loud. Okay. Come on. And now we are inside the research base, presumably. That looks like the Solari have been here. You know, what exactly they're trying to tally here. We've seen lots of Solari tally marks before. And looks like some laundry. This gun's disabled as well. You'd think that the Solari would keep these operational. Just to assist with the protection of the island from outsiders, but I guess not. Whoa. That is a long way to fall. No zipline. I wonder if that's a campsite up ahead that's populated with guards. Ancient tomb. Oh, the ancient tomb. This is probably the tomb of the Kamakura general that was talked about earlier in the game. Can I climb up? Doesn't look like it. Okay, let's head down. Long drop. Ooh, ow. I can feel it in my shoulder just watching that animation. Huh, metal barricade. I'm wondering if you can blow this sucker up with a grenade launcher. It does have explosive barrels around it, it looks like. Do I want to at this point? Doesn't sound... You know, usually the guards are really chatty. So you can tell when they're nearby. With all this water sloshing around, I'm surprised I didn't hear anything yet. So let's go ahead and waste a grenade round here. Let's see if we can test out if this is an extra barricade. It is. And it doesn't sound like anyone was alerted, so let's see what's in here. Shotgun upgrade, awesome. Can I scramble up here? Oh, wait. You know, this is really inadvisable, but I don't think splash damage will hurt us. Oh, man. Well, technically, I guess it didn't hurt us. There weren't any red flecks on the screen. It looks like that was the only way into the room.
Were these gifts for the ancient rulers of Yamatai? Or was there some kind of battle here?
I was about to say, this helmet kind of reminds me of, you know, games that take place in Chinese history, like Three Kingdoms kinds of games. And it is Chinese in origin. It's the Zhou Dynasty. I'm wondering if the mainland decided to try and test the Sun Queen's powers here, or if it was a gift. Okay. Anyway, like I was saying earlier there before Lara looked at the relic, that was pretty much the only way into that chamber, so I'm wondering if there was any other way to explode that door, maybe from a distance probably, without having debris crash on top of her like that. Thought there was something else there. Okay, let's go ahead and continue on. Upsy daisy. Little crevice over here. Let's go ahead and head in. I wanted to hang off the ledge, but I guess circle isn't that reliable.
Look at all those bodies. Keep it down. The Oni are here. Yeah.
Oh no.
You want them to find us? Just shut up. Keep your eyes open for the girl.
Okay, there's a campsite. Random electricity. Can I get this door open? Yeah, I can. Looks like, aha, they are right there through the door. So I know where they are, but I'm wondering if if you pry open a huge door like this, if they're going to hear you. Logic would dictate yes. Okay, so we are now at a campsite. There is a journal here. And let's see if we can use the camera to cheat a little bit. Okay, looks like this guy is alone. We can stealth kill both of them, hopefully. Come on, get the other guy! Okay. I like how that guy didn't turn around even though his friend was getting ganked right around the corner. Not just, a couple feet away from him. Hopefully I didn't trigger anything. Let's go ahead and check out that shotgun upgrade before I continue on. I think there was also a journal here too. Combat shotgun. Okay. So the pump action has been upgraded to a combat shotgun. I'm assuming this is some kind of auto shotgun. And less than 300 salvage. We probably won't be able to do any upgrades on this thing. Let's check out what we have access to. Here's the modified receiver. Oh, hey, and there's a magazine now upgrade. Oh, are you kidding me with this thing? I'm gonna turn it into a drum-fed shotgun. That's just not fair. Okay, well anyway, that's quite a bit of salvage away to fully upgrade these weapons. Let's check out this journal, and then we'll call it a video probably here, since we're getting close to the half-hour mark.
The tomb. They came. The Oni. First, the lights went out. Then the screaming started. Was it us or them? That horrible sound. It still rings in my head. They wore the armor of my ancestors. They cut us down with ancient blades. Gunfire, shouting, blood. We couldn't stop them. Everything turned to chaos. And then silence. They were gone. Why did they leave? Why didn't they kill us all? Captain Osaka is in command now. We are leaving the base, but not the island. We're heading inland, to the monastery. There's no other way. We must follow the Oni, all of us. If we can't control the star, we must destroy it. But I know, we're all going to die.
Oh, that's just a great attitude to have there, soldier. Anyway, if I were trapped on an island with possibly an incompetent commander, Captain Osaka, who knows, but also surrounded by immortal flesh-rending demons, then yeah, I guess I'd be a little bit cheery as well. Anyway, it looks like we are going to run into the Oni here, which, we haven't really seen them since we were captured by Matthias's crew during the ceremony. So we really haven't seen them since then. Or actually, you know what? No. I'm getting my timeline of the game's events a little bit scrambled here. But we haven't seen them for a while, that's my point. So it's kind of anxious for me. I'm kind of anxious to see what they look like here. And I'm wondering why... Oh. I was like, why does this guy look like he's so much worse off than the other guy that I killed? It's because this guy's been dead for about 60, 70 years. Anyway, is that guy strung up? Oh, geez, the Oni are not messing around. Anyway, next time we're going to be continuing our adventure here, trying to find the General's tomb that is said to be a key in terms of determining how the storms are being controlled here on the island. So we're going to check that out next time. So until then, like, favorite, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Take care. And as always, peace out.